So fresh, so clean. What? Thank you, Ginger Bell at Salon Halo KC. What? Looking so good. Lightened highlighter yellow. What up? Yes. Pravana locked-ins. I'm never gonna not recommend them. Welcome to another edition of Jen's Got Too Much Time on Her Hands. Hi, hello. I'm your host, Poet Jen Harris. This is our luxurious new background. I may have spent all day, not all day, I don't know why I say that. I spent yesterday evening rearranging my apartment because I moved in and I just kind of put everything where everything felt right. And then, it's been a few months and I thought probably time for a facelift, probably time to spread things out, throw away evidence of previous relationships so I can stop being sad, put some shit away. So I did that. And now I have, I have other shit in the background. That's my background. I figure while I'm trying to save money and figure out how to live life on the road, which apparently is also known as #van life. Had no idea until today. Anyway, I figured I shouldn't buy more shit. You guys can just ignore this if it's annoying, but I think it's kind of cute. I mean, I got some plants and I got some shit and cute shit, whatever. Anyway, so yeah, thanks to Ginger for doing my hair today. She's been doing my hair for like 10 years, so got the hookup. And you can have the hookup too, meaning you can go to somebody who knows how to do your hair if you want to go holler at Ginger at Salon Halo. So anyway, yeah, feeling all right. I have thought about making a video all day, and I was going to make you a montage of yesterday's activities because I got to go out and do some work with a really awesome client, and overall it was just like a good day, but I don't really want to be splicing together video very often. It just seems like a lot of work. It is a lot of work and it's time consuming, and I have a lot of things to do, so I'm just going to talk to the camera instead. Anyway, I'm having a hard time being jovial today. I don't know. I think that this project is rooted in a lot of different areas for me. One of them just being that I just like adventure. I like to travel. I like to perform and tour and be in new places and meet new people. And also I think I'm pretty depressed. Let's be real. I have had 2 relationships end in the better part of a year. Both of them important to me for different reasons. One of them I didn't want to end, and one of them it was necessary to end because I'm in a weird transitional place where I can't really I'm not sure of what I want beyond wanting to find a sense of self and some peace of mind. And I've tried to find that in other people all my life. 18 years. Yeah, 18 years of being in relationships with people. And it turns out my self-love is not stored in another person. So, yeah, that doesn't mean that because I actively wanted to be single, consciously single, intentionally single, that I'm not sad. And I think it's just the most familiar emotion when it comes to, or the most easily identifiable, because I don't know what else to call it. I just feel tired and heavy, and I feel overwhelmed, and I have some gross insomnia right now, and I don't know, I'm sad. I'm a little sad. And so I'm trying to do research about what it's going to take for me to live on the road, and I'm trying to socialize and respond to texts and work and create. And when I'm so sick of all of those things, I'm trying to do physical things, whether it's going out taking a walk or doing some heavy lifting or moving my shit around. But I don't know. You know what I do want to talk about? I want to talk about a subject very close to my heart, like real close to my heart. And that subject, ladies, gentlemen, NBs, that subject is white men in crosswalks. Here's how women, let's just go with women. Women approach a crosswalk in that they walk up to the crosswalk and they generally look and then they go. Whether they're walking against the traffic signal or not, if it's safe to go, meaning there's no cars in relative distance, they just go. Every once in a while I see some idiot on their cell phone texting as they're crossing the crosswalk, and I think, whatever happens to you. You might deserve it. Get off your phone in the crosswalk. But there's this phenomena that I had forgotten about, and I forget about it every winter until spring returns and we all get back outside. And it is the phenomena of men just walking across the crosswalk with no fucking regard to traffic, right of way, the lights, whether just, they don't care. They just walk into traffic. And much like being a woman who has to go to a grocery store sometimes where there are men, men don't seem to know how to say, excuse me, or they're not really aware of their personal space. They just kind of like cut around the corner and barge into you and keep walking, and they're on their fucking phones, they're talking, they're doing whatever. Like, it's almost as if everybody else in the world is invisible except for white men, 2 white men. Now, I'll get on board with hashtag not all men any day, because I know a lot of really great men of all races. However, I would just like to say to any straight white man who happens to care about me as a person and or have been sucked into this fucking video, can you be conscious of your personal space and the people that are around you, please? Can you please say, please, thank you, excuse me? Can you wait to make sure that you actually have the right of way in the crosswalk and not just go for it? Like, could you just abide the general societal mutual experience and etiquette that we're all in this together? And so perhaps you should be more conscious of the space you take up. That would be super. Because today, for instance, not even in a crosswalk, just at a 4-way stop. It was, what time was it? It was probably 11. It was 11:45 because I was just barely on time to driving to my hair appointment. Don't judge me, I'm cutting down. It was 11:45, and I just, boop, half a block up, there's a stop sign. And you know how you do, or at least if you were raised in a small town like me, you like, you know, you put your seatbelt on as you're driving, you know? But I got in my car and I was like, all right, I know I only have like a 5-minute drive, but I want to listen to some Beyonce because I watched Homecoming last night and just love Queen Bee more. Didn't know that was possible, but I do. So I wanted to listen to something. And I have a car that is just old enough to not have an auxiliary cable. And I don't want to buy CDs because who wants all that clutter? So I have a Bose speaker on my dashboard. And I needed to boop, plug that in so it would be charging while playing. So I'm at the stop sign half a block from my apartment. And I'm sitting there maybe 15, 20 seconds, seatbelt's on, it's plugged in, I'm setting the speaker up on the dashboard when I hear a honk, and I look up in my mirror and I look behind me and there's no one there. And so I look around and there is this, I believe he was an asshole, is sitting at the, I'm here, he's here. And he's, you know, an elderly, I mean, like gray hair, driving a truck, you know, fully functioning human being in that he has the capacity to drive a vehicle. and just this older white gentleman is sitting at the four-way stop, and he's doing this. And I go, no, go ahead. Because I'm in the midst of rearranging something that I shouldn't be rearranging while driving, and I'm at a fucking stop sign. There's nobody behind me. There's nobody in any other direction. It does not take a rocket scientist to deduce that perhaps I might sit here a moment longer. And I said, go ahead. And he goes, no, you go, out the window. And so my reaction was, and then I literally just sat in my car and just touched stuff. I didn't even need to sit at the stop sign anymore. I just I couldn't fathom the idea of letting him win. And that's just like one instance in the microcosm of the entirety of what I experience on a daily basis with men. I don't know if it's because I am not straight passing that men feel like they can either buddy up to me or I'm a threat, but neither is true. I'm just a human being, and you can approach me as you approach all human beings. And if we get along, then we might be friends, or at least, kind acquaintances in this mutual experience we're sharing. But I'm sure the fuck not some bitch you can boss around or make demands of or yell at or insult or assault or any of those things. You do you, mind your fucking manners, and leave the rest of us out of it. Okay? Thank you. I really needed to get that off my chest. It's just been bugging the shit out of me today. Stop telling women what to do. We give birth. We can handle a four-way stop. Jesus Christ. All right. I'm going to go take my shitty attitude somewhere else for the day. But I love you guys. Thank you so much for your support, for your continuous invitations for me to try new and healthier alternatives to smoking and coffee. Thanks for writing me. Thanks for emailing me. Thank you to Eileen for the $50 gift card to Whole Foods. That super helped this week. It just took some pressure off my plate to have to hurry up and make more money. And so I went ahead and put what I would have spent in groceries in savings, which means there's $50 in savings. And I used the gift card instead. So, sometime in the next, few days, weeks, I'm going to revamp my website, and I'm going to start keeping track of how all the progress of these moving parts is going, including saving, quitting smoking, quitting the vices, count down to how many days until I leave, blah, blah, blah. But until then, just keeping an eye out here for what's up. And I'm not always going to talk about the trip. I think I'm just going to talk about whatever the hell's on my mind at the time. So I hope you enjoy. And even if you're watching this on Facebook, please go subscribe to my YouTube channel, because if I have any shot at sponsorship later on down the line where somebody, gives me a car or helps me travel in some way, it's going to come in your viewership and your demographics. So you don't have to throw green at me. What I need is for you to subscribe. Okay? All right. Love you guys. Bye.